last demo, which is scheduled for tomorrow morning in Dubuque, Iowa. It's going to be beautiful weather tomorrow, and it's nice where we're sitting right now, but down below us, you know, it's about 700 overcast down there, 6 miles visibility, so we're actually going to do a live Rnav approach into Dubuque, which would be great to, you'll be able to see the capabilities of the G2000. You know, right now my current setup, I have my main map on the MFD, and here you can see on the approach plate, I have it pulled up on the PFD. You can see the airplane coming into the vicinity of the approach corridor. He's going to, you know, be vectoring me around and descending me down and driving me right on to the Rnav approach to runway 18. Our minimums here are 1,323 feet. We should be breaking out around 18 or 1,900 feet MSL. So yeah, should be a good approach.
November 191 Foxtrot Romeo, 14 miles from Whitehawk, clear direct Whitehawk, maintain 3,000 until established, cleared straight in Rnav runway 18 approach Dubuque Airport.
191 Foxtrot Romeo, clear direct Whitehawk for straight in Rnav 18 approach, and down to 3,000 Foxtrot Romeo. Alright, so I got an approach who I'm talking to right now, and then I've got tower set up in the standby, and then ground on COM 2 active. So basically, once I'm established on this approach and coming inbound, he's going to switch me over to tower, and all I have to do is hit the swap key, and I'm already on with tower. So I'm basically just doing things to stay ahead of the airplane and ahead of what I'm doing. Versus, you know, if you forget something, you got to go back and start figuring out, okay, what was that frequency? Let me pop that in.
For November 191 Foxtrot Romeo, radar services terminated. Contact Dubuque Tower 119.5.
Radar services terminated. Going to tower 119.5, 1 Foxtrot Romeo. Thank you. So he wants us to report Zugni, which I can see here on my flight plan page as the final approach fix. So when I'm final approach fix inbound, I'll just let tower know that we are Zugni inbound. So that tells me another thing, that it tells me that the tower doesn't have radar, which is why they're asking for a reporting point. Just it gives them situational awareness of where I am on that approach corridor. All right, so the missed approach procedure is climb to 2,700 feet, direct divgy and hold. So that's what I'm going to do. If I don't have the runway in sight by the time I get to minimums, either the FAA minimums or my personal minimums, whichever comes first. So I've already programmed 2,700 feet in the altitude pre-select to save myself a step there, should I decide to go missed and come either back for another attempt or go to my alternate airport. All right, so we're 4 miles now from the final approach fix. I'm going to start getting myself fully configured. I want to be fully configured prior to the final approach fix. So I'm getting it slowed down to 127 knots. All right, now we can get takeoff flaps in. I'm not clear to land yet, so I'm holding on the landing light. We'll go through the before landing checklist. Pilot front passenger seat backs, they're correct. Seat belts are locked. Fuel selector is where I want it. Extra control is rich. Prop control is full. I'm holding on the landing and taxi lights until I'm clear to land. Rudder hole switch is in normal, and my autopilot is still on. So landing, taxi light, and autopilot to go. All right, glide slope is alive. My glide slope is now starting to come down. I have 1.7 miles to report the final approach fix to tower. All right, 0.5 miles to my reporting point. We're about to intercept the glide slope.
We're about to take off Mike and clear to the Sioux City Airport as filed.
Pitching down, so
I'm making 3,000. Expect 6,000 10 minutes after departure. Control frequency 133.95. Smoke 6547.
Dubuque Tower, TTX 1 Foxtrot Romeo, sorry to interrupt your call. AM, final approach fix inbound.
1 Foxtrot Romeo, runway 18, clear to land.
Clear to land 18, 1 Foxtrot Romeo. Clear to land, so landing lights, taxi lights on.
Yes, we're going fine. We've got that.
That's one of the things that I'll do is when I'm clear to land, that's when I do my landing light on, because it does a couple things. It makes sure it's on, but second, it reminds me that I'm clear to land. So that's just a thing that someone taught me a long time ago that works really well. Sometimes they'll get all the way, you be on the busy approach, get all the way down. Was I actually clear to land? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I am, because the landing light was on. It's just one of those things that help me remember where I am. Everything looks good. We're pegged on the glide slope. Speed looks good. We're at 2,400 feet. We have just about 1,000 feet down to minimums, and we should be breaking out here in about 500 feet. All right, got the runway in sight now, and we'll go ahead and complete configuring the airplane for landing. So really all I have left to go are just landing flaps. Those are in down, auto.
So maintain 3,000. Expect about level 240, 10 minutes after departure.
Minimums.
So that was our minimums call where we would be breaking out. Had we gone all the way to minimums, and you can tell there's not a whole lot of room left there. If you take it all the way down to minimums, you're going to be right there when you break out. So yeah, for somebody that's looking to do their instrument rating, what we just did, that's exactly what you're training to do. Not just be able to know how to do it, but how to do it proficiently, and how to do it safely. A lot of the things that I was doing were just steps beforehand to keep me, in front of the airplane, not behind it. You can be on an instrument approach and things can get busy pretty quick, and having everything set up to where it flows really nicely and smoothly, that's in my opinion one of the most important keys to safe instrument flying. And not only release stress, you're less busy, and you're more, what I normally try to tell myself is, if I'm on an instrument approach and I'm kind of sitting still with nothing going on, there's probably a pretty good chance I'm forgetting to do something. There's could have been something I could have been briefing, the missed approach procedure, or having my frequency set up behind the frequencies I'm going to be going to next. So there's usually something I can be doing.